Auld lang syne.
Hi, my dear.
Will they? Oh,
Oh,
he's right on cue. I told you he'd call us
oh.
every year like clockwork. Let me put him on speaker.
Hiya, Gary.
How you doing? You want your predictions for 2020, do ya?
Sort of, lad.
Get your tea leaves out. I'll look in the crystal ball.
First off, Gary.
Watch out for lustful psychics. I'm not talking about me and him.
And second off,
According to my tea leaves right here, I foresee wedding bells on the horizon. With a Robinson, but not quite the Robinson that you might think it is.
and the crystal ball is
Telling me that these wedding celebrations, well, they might just go off with a bang.
No, Gary.
Not to scare you, but I'm seeing a blonde ladette who likes a big breakfast. Now, when you see her, you stay clear. Stay clear, my lad, if you know what's good for you. Because she'll bring you out.
But trouble. We're also seeing someone else.
Else you should stay away from, and that's someone named after a part of a fish.
Oh, why you don't want to go on near him, lad?
And apparently this person will know the way to your heart, but not in a good way. So steer clear.
Clear, Gary. Steer clear.
Oh, something funny's just come over me, Gary. You're off on an adventure. You're going to spread your wings and fly. 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 Fly.
Fly to the light, Gary. Fly.
Fly. But don't worry, because an arrow will show you on your way. So watch out for that arrow, lad, and it won't let you down.
So it sounded like a good year for you, Gary.
Ooh, lots to think about, love. Lots to think about, love.
No doubt we'll talk to you again next year. This time next year, 2021. We'll see you then.
See you there.
Neighbors, everybody needs good neighbors. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Hello.
Oh, I'm Ben.
And I'm Ben, and we are the Neighbours.
Happy New Year, Ben.
Happy New Year to you too, Ben. How are you doing? Do you have a good one?
I did, yes. How about yourself?
Aye, all grand, thank you. All grand, new year and new me and all that malarkey.
Can I get an amen?
Well, at least we got to have a new year, unlike the Ramsey Street residents who I think are stuck in 2020.
You have to get us out of here, please.
Yes. Dear.
Well, I think after the ruckus that was Carl Susan's Christmas party, I don't think they'd ever risk having another Christmas party again after Audrey bored them all with her games.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to railroad the party.
Roxy spiked the punch. And Jane and Clive got all Adam and Eve in the Kennedy greenhouse.
Shocking behaviour for plain Jane Superbrain.
There was no plain Jane that day, let me tell you.
Disgusting!
So, Ben, what are we going to talk about today? I think I've got an idea. So, today we're going to look back over our predictions for 2020. Which one of us is the Madame Zolga, and which one of us is the Dippy Rebecca?
What does that mean? The tower.
Come on then, let's get our Dippy on.
Keep your belt where I can see it.
So now goodbye. This time I will be gone. Goodbye.
Ben, who did you reckon was going to depart this year?
Well, I kicked off my predictions with Ned. I predicted Ned was going to leave. And I think I was on the nose with this after Yashvi convicted him of a crime he didn't commit.
Well,
which did
Yeah.
happen.
It very much almost did happen, and he almost did leave with Scarlett trying to was she trying to kill him when she lobbed him with what was it? She paint cleaner or something. I mean, that scene to me when they were getting married at the altar, fake married, and she came charging at them with the acid in her hand, I loved it. It was pure drama.
Camp soap drama, and I never thought I'd see the day where there'd be an acid attack on Neighbours. that was out there. So Ned, I did say Pierce was going to leave.
Hendrik said that you're leaving us soon. Leaving us soon.
Well done.
Although I did say he was going to die as part of the 35th anniversary celebration.
Well, he did really die and resurrected as somebody else with a different head.
Yeah, I didn't foresee the two heads, but certainly his departure. And this one's a controversial one. I said Chloe was going to be killed off.
Oh, Charlie.
They're coming for me. No, I think this time last year, I was just not into the whole Pierce and Chloe relationship kind of family setup, and I wanted to see them gone, so I killed them off.
Wow.
However, there is redemption for Chloe because now Pierce is gone, she can evolve back into the character that we all fell in love with. So I'm glad she didn't die.
And now she's living in, the House of Letters, the LGBTQ household, isn't she?
Oh yeah.
We just need Mackenzie to move into Doug's shed in the garden.
Yeah, and paint the house rainbow colours, and then there you go.
Very own House of Dorothy.
I'm coming up, so you better get this party started.
Do I?
And Gary, I predicted Gary was going to leave. He did. However, I predicted he would leave as the head of Prue's cult.
Sorry, Richard Arnold, if you're watching.
And finally, Finn. I said Finn was going to leave. So
Well, that's a good view there. I had B. And to be fair, she's gone on that many holidays this year, in considering there's a national, flight strike and everything. She's buggering about Australia like Ned Kelly. I got and Pierce as well. So,
I think we were just both hopeful that he would leave.
I had Dippy as well.
Oh.
So say goodbye, but don't you cry.
Why did you think that?
Because I thought that the family needed a bit of a shake-up, and I thought that they'd give her a really good story where she ran off with someone. Look how almost right that was. Although I'm really glad, actually, that she hasn't gone, because I feel like Dippy's come into her own this year. And crikey, considering she was necking on with Gary in Sheila's hot tub, then she was having it away with Pierce. Like, she is hot to trot now. She is a foxy lady who is sticking around to lure more Erinsborough men.
She is on fire.
I could take this off and still she would get hit on way more than me.
Oh, who will she seduce next?
Hi. Happy Valentine's Day.
That belt of hers.
Yashvi as well, I said. I also said Aaron and David. Yeah, I thought they would have driven off into the sunset together. Wrong there.
Yeah.
And Finn, which, so.
You didn't do too well.
Oh, well, you only got one more than me, love.
Oh, yeah.
I just died of your arms tonight.
Who will die is our next category. Well, I've already said that I thought Pierce was going to die, and Chloe.
Killing them all off. You were the right Grim Reaper last year.
No, They were my only 2 death predictions for the
Well,
year.
I was going to kill B off in the 35th anniversary week.
Oh.
So B almost died. There was an intent to kill her.
Goodbye, B.
All right, she had a brush with death, yeah.
Finn.
So next up, we've got who will get married.
I mean, there was quite a few weddings this year. I don't know how legal they were.
Oh God, yeah, there was so many weddings.
So Jane and Des, they've already divorced.
Sky and
Sky and Lana.
Mark and Lucy.
Mark and Paige.
Yeah.
And Paul and Therese.
Paul and Therese's renewal. Yashvi and Ned, we've already mentioned. They had their fake wedding. None of the weddings were really legal at the Wedding Expo. We've not had a proper wedding this year in 2020.
But I will say, I loved the Wedding Expo. The Wedding Expo, to me, was the highlight of my year, more so than what was going on in the island, because the wedding episodes, for me, felt like they were true neighbours. That, to me, was the heart of the show. The way they went back, all the nostalgic little nods to years gone by, the mentions of like of Danny's fashion house, of Camisole, Des pulling up on the drive and seeing Dippy and Shane frolicking around with a sprinkler like Daphne and Des were in the opening titles.
You come here. Come here.
It just was really special.
Yeah, there was so many nostalgic nods to the past.
And then Ned's comment to top it all off.
What about Torn?
Never heard of it.
Well, my mum used to sing it all the time.
That was a great one. Surely paving the way for Natalie and Imbruglia to return at one point. Who did you predict would get married?
Well, I predict Kyle and a newcomer.
And do you know what, Ben? So did I. Spookily enough.
Well, we failed on that one front miserably.
Then we've come to the end of the line.
Who will split up?
I did predict Dippy and Shane would split up. Because of Roxy. But facts are facts. They split up.
Yeah, you can have it.
I mean that whole affair was one of the shocking moments of 2020.
Oh my God.
Neither one of us predicted that, did we? Ned and Yashvi was another split I predicted.
So you just need to back off and give me time to figure it all out.
All around that whole Yashvi becoming a police officer and her accusing Ned of a crime he didn't commit. But
I'll give you it though, Ben, because they did split a few times over the year, just because they got back together.
Thank you. What about you, Ben?
Ned and Yashvi. Very similar lines to you. I put Chloe and Pierce.
Oh, well done, yeah.
And B and Finn.
Oh, yeah. Another one. Damn you.
I was like, I thought those were all destined for the rocks. Not Hannah Martin's rock, just,
All right, so you did very well there.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
Yeah, very good.
If you feel sexy in this club, then go ahead, toast it up.
Who will hook up?
I can't even comment on this one because I was way out.
I said Shane and Roxy.
Mwah.
Hendrix and Harlow were going to hook up. Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. Correct. And I elaborated a little bit. I said it's Hendrix who falls. This is what I said. It's Hendrix who falls hard for the aloof English Rose, but should he be concerned about Harlow's dislike of Clementine? we all know how serial killers start off. And who killed Clementine this year?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
I'd like bonus points for that.
crikey, look at you.
I mean, that's a true psychic moment now.
That's the trouble with being psychic. Life has so few surprises.
Who did you think would hook up?
I put Ellie and Toadie.
Okay.
And I did think for a moment that
Yeah.
could have happened, especially after she came out of prison. They seemed to be heading that way. I thought there was some closeness between the two of them.
In 2019, when Sean was dead, there was that kind of blossoming friendship between them. So I see where you were going with that. Were there any other hookups you predicted?
Roxy and Mannix. I don't really know. I think at the time, I meant Hendrix.
That's not my name. That's not my name.
Was Mannix in it this year? He was, wasn't he?
He did pop back.
He did, yeah.
It's Mackenzie, right? Mannix.
Hi.
There was an opportunity.
I could have got a point for each, really, couldn't I? She'd have...
And Roxy and Hendrix, I could see that as well. Okay. And well, that would have set the cat amongst the pigeons between Roxy and Harlow as well.
Cat amongst the Garys.
Any others?
No, that was it this year. I was quite PG with my sexy times, although, well, little did we know that Neighbours was going to go quite the other way, wasn't it?
All sorts of sexual shenanigans this year. We even had threesomes.
Gosh, the menage a trois between Chloe, Naomi and Pierce.
Threesome.
A threesome?
Enjoy your threesome.
I mean, you never would have got that on the BBC.
I wanted a really lovely foursome tonight and not a threesome.
It's very Channel 5, but I loved it.
It was such a funny storyline as well, just seeing Chloe and Pierce as a married couple contemplating bringing a third into their relationship. And also Naomi was a breath of fresh air. She kind of really brought that coupling alive as well.
She really, really just came in like this bundle of craziness. And I thought added the magic and spark to their relationship that had been long missing. Like threesomes this year. Everyone's been like getting a bit fruity, haven't they? There's been so much jiggy jigs going on. It's been an absolute year of the bonk on Neighbours.
Muck, absolute muck and filth.
Muck tubs, the lot of them.
I want you back. Don't care what I have to do. I want you back.
So who did we think was going to return in 2020?
Yeah, and the rule, just to explain to everyone watching, the rule was you cannot mention anyone that's been revealed already. So at this point, we knew there was going to be a whole list of people coming back, like Mark, Sky, Mark, Lucy, etc., etc., etc. So we had to kind of think outside the box here, and I aimed high with my prediction. I predicted a Scott Robinson return.
I'm missing your love until you come back to me. I'm counting the hours until you return. There's a flame in my heart, and when you come back to me, oh, how the fire will burn.
Who
I
would
think you lose points for predicting Scott Robinson?
I just kind of got the feeling because Jason Donovan was in Australia. It was the 35th anniversary. I thought that would be the perfect time for him to come back. I aimed high and missed by a mile.
I wish I could, but I can't.
Daniel Robinson, I said, would come back with Scott.
You were punishing us there, weren't you?
have been nice to have seen the dynamic between the two of them. Xanthi Canning, I predicted, would come back as part of the 35th anniversary, as part of Finn's downfall.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. Well, she didn't even come back when her dad died, did she? So she wasn't going to come back for...
Well, that's true, yeah. And Robert Robinson, I said, would come back again. Because I had the idea that Harlow was going to start experiencing psychopathic tendencies.
Just because she likes books, don't make her a psychopath, Ben.
You're a psycho like your dad.
However, you, Ben, you you got the old Erinsborough phone book out and listed almost everyone.
So I had down on my list, I had Liz Conway, I had Sharon Canning, Stonefish, Lynn, because I always put Lynn, with Michelle Scully, Gabby Willis, Debbie Martin, and Rosemary. I think a lot of those were more down to the fact of it being the 35th anniversary year. I had Naomi, Queen of the Cannings. I had it in my. I think it was a wishful thinking, but I'm so glad it happened. And I pray to the Herbison that he brings her back again for another little tete-a-tete. I then put Darcy Tyler.
Yeah, he would have been. I would be grateful for a Darcy Tyler return.
Yeah.
Any year.
And especially kind of as a knock-on effect to all the Finn Kelly stuff that was going on, I thought Darcy would have been the perfect contender to come in at the peak of that story to kind of help end it. But anyway, he didn't. Sean.
I mean,
From the dead.
I'm so disappointed I didn't put that down because that was just plain as day, that one.
I know. Sean, he ain't dead. He's coming back.
You put that out into the universe and you got it back. So all going you.
Naturally, had we not known about Nanny Alice and Dee coming back, that was just the most glorious return as well.
Yeah, and that the whole storyline of Ellie going to prison and her being Andrea's cellmate, and then we having Heather in prison with them as well.
You and me, we're going to get our babies back.
It's a spin-off waiting to happen, that whole Goodwood prison. And it was just great having Heather back and seeing a different side of her reconnecting with Dee as mother and daughter.
Welcome back. We're listening to guests make passionate pleas for family members they haven't seen in years.
It's just glorious to have them back.
When she had to set Andrea up to get her recaptured again so that they could get Hugo back, and she was in the school, and oh god, it was just it was so dramatic, but it had like such heart to it because you could see this mother torn between her two twins.
And it was just wonderful to see all her facial expressions again.
Yeah.
And the introduction of a new word into the English language.
I didn't like to ask. Did you ask?
Ask.
Asking. Asking.
Asking.
Asking. I ask.
Arcs.
Why do you ask?
New characters who will arrive. So we both said that Kyle would marry a new character. I predicted it would be a woman, an older woman, who came with a ready-made family. So 4 kids, an ex-husband as well.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
So a brand new family for the street, which I think everyone is desperately in need of. I said Lisa and Alana, so Hendrix's mum and sister. And we did get Lisa. Lisa did come to the street, but we haven't seen Alana.
I had Zach Willis.
Yeah.
I said Jay Sharma.
Yeah.
This will be the year that Jay decides to reveal himself. And again, like you, I had a new family who will move into number 32. And I also said a long lost Canning.
Levi.
Oh, yes! Get in there, my son!
I could stick around and get along with
Well done, yeah. Unfortunately, it's Levi.
Listen, if he gives me a point, cuff me up, babe, cuff me up.
Thanks, babe.
So, there you have it.
Those were our predictions for 2020.
What do you think?
Some good, some not so good. Some I wish had happened.
It's only fair that you guys get to pick who you think is the Madame Zolga and who you think is the Dodgy Dippy.
Thanks, girls.
Comment on Twitter, comment on YouTube whilst you subscribe, and let us know who you think predictions were on point.
And then for 2021,
all to be revealed in a year's time. But please do come back before then. Oh, sorry, one second. Hello? What? What? Oh, a new podcast. EastBenders. Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. Yeah. Right. Yeah. God, I've got to leave Nearbens.
What?
Yeah, I've just been recruited for the EastBenders podcast. I'm just gonna pack all my life up and go now. See you, Ben.
What? Ben?